life needs to be a balance. Yeah, life teaches us only one skill, the skill of being balanced. So don't go into liking a food and hating a food also. That is also raga and dvesha. Yeah, you come to that perfect balance of no raga, no dvesha. This middle path, walk the central line. That's where Buddha helps. So even after you found this, but if you see the mind is not tamed, then you need certain vows, certain uh, kind of knowledge to keep the mind calm. Because you've heard stories of a fallen yogi, basically one who has attained enlightenment, who has recognized his knowingness, but his mind was not tamed. His mind was wild, and that mind pulled him from that level, and then he's no more the enlightened person that he was. Yeah. So there are stages in enlightenment also. When you get to the final stage, it means that the mind has completely become a complete balance. There is no raga dvesha. That up and down that keeps happening in the mind does not happen. It's a straight line. Yes. And you're constantly the knower. That is final liberation. Dropping all old conditionings, old beliefs. Even this is a belief that it is hard. Even this is a belief that, oh, for me, I have to do 40 years of tapasya, then I will get there. This is again, I have fed myself. Then I'm not going to get there. Yeah. Dropping all conditionings, dropping all conditions. Again and again, reminding yourself, I am the knower even now. I am the witness of this mind saying all these excuses, giving all these excuses. I am the knower. Again and again, just a reminder. There is no other solution to this. Just a reminder, just a reminder, just a reminder. What do you suggest? For me, I think the most wise person is who can develop that equation with everybody. However difficult it is, but the spouse is a karma, the parent is a karma, the child is a karma. Yes, I can be very spiritual, go out to an organization, sing, dance, clap my hands, think I'm a very spiritual person, but come back home and I'm creating drama here. Then I'm not spiritual. This is just fake, that I have a fake mask I wear outside. I'm just fooling myself. Wake up, wake up. No, this is fake. This is very clearly fake. If there's a discrepancy in your external and internal, then you have to give it a very serious thought. I sit down and I figure out how to bridge this gap. I will not know your equation with people. Yes, it is not even about convincing them to be spiritual. Not at all. It is about how I become non-reactive to their comments. It is about how I become non-judgmental about them not following a spiritual path. Do you see what I'm saying? Then it's absolutely cool. It's okay if you are not on the path, and it's okay if someday you want me to go for a movie with you. I don't even create that tension. I go for that movie with you. Even if you are not ready to come with me and be in a knowledge session. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, there is no more barriers in my mind. Then I have completely blossomed spiritually. That should be my end goal. Yeah. So where do I have to start? There is a discrepancy. Yes, something fake and something real. I have to bridge this gap. It may sound very difficult for the ego at first. Oh my God, how am I going to do it with this one or two persons? But that's what spirituality teaches you. You have very strong karmic connections here. And if you ruin them more, what are you doing? throwing more karmic seeds. They are coming back into your life. And this time it will be because of your so-called attachment to spirituality. Oh my God, big mess. Yeah, big mess we create like this. We should not do that. Yeah. So everybody, every person on the spiritual path, I advise the same thing. You have to bring that, your so-called, I am a very spiritual person. Where is your proof? Which is your testing ground? Your own house, your own home is the proof. Yeah. Even if it takes 10 years, take it up as a 10-year project. I am ready to go through the turmoil to come to a happy equation with this person, because finally this is what is going to count in the long run. Not my singing, not my dancing, even if you're a teacher, not my teaching spirituality. That's not going to count. How I have smoothened out the creases of my karma, that is going to count in the long run. You understand what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Yes. That is where we work at home ground. Yeah, you should not force yourself. It's okay. It will fall off when it's time to fall off. When Shailaja was a little girl and she used to play with her toys were so real. Yeah, she used to really make fake tea and give it to the doll. And that was like my world. You felt so connected to the doll. If the doll's hand broke, you would cry, cry, cry the whole day, and your mother could never console you. For you, that was real. And the mother would never break your heart, no? She would let you play, right? So, like that. Now, there is a knower in Shailaja who knows that this is a play. Just play. It's okay. The mind wants to play. Play. It's okay. But the knower knows the truth. It's like mommy knows, but still when the little girl gives fake tea to the mother, she really pretends to drink the tea and give the cup back. Right? You also do the same. A point will come when you will mature. So let it happen naturally, um, rather than trying to force and push it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when we force and push it, then the mind does not take it very kindly. Yeah. So now continuously in that recognition that I am the knower of the mind who wants to do the prayer. I am the knower of the mind that wants to do the ritual. Okay, let's do it. No problem. Yeah, but always in this clear recognition, I am the knower of this Leela or this play. Yeah. They are doing it for the others who are still in the dream, no? They are helping others who are still in the dream. I have woken up. I am helping Shailaja wake up. Wake up, Shailaja, wake up. But Shailaja is still enjoying the dream. No, little bit more. And I want to do this in my dream. I want to do this. I said, okay, let's play. My intention in the end is through the play that you wake up. That is the intention of a true guru. There are many gurus out there who don't want to do that because whatever, they are getting money from you being in the dream. So they are making money, or they are getting name and fame from you being in the dream. So they let you be in the dream. There are gurus and teachers like that also. Yes. So we are keeping those aside. We are talking about the true ones, the true truly enlightened people. I'm not even taking names. I'm not even saying Swami Vivekananda. I'm just saying the truly enlightened one. He does not have to do anything really. But why does he do? He says, I woke up, oh my God, and this other person is suffering because he's in the dream and he thinks the tiger is real. And he's sweating and he's panting and he's struggling, and I want to wake him up. Out of compassion, the truly enlightened one wants to help wake up the other person, but the other person says, I want to play a little while more. And you play this game with me. So he plays that game with him with this intention that at the end of the game you will wake up. That is the reason truly enlightened people went into the world and started teaching. There is no other real intention, not for money, not for name, not for fame. If you see these other things come in, that means there is a craving. That means they themselves are not completely out of the dream. Yeah.
Bhagwan Ramana used to say he didn't see any others. Like, it's just, so then who is he helping, right? Then that person is helping themselves only.
Yes. Now understand this. It's not that Bhagwan Ramana did not see other bodies. He sees them, but he does not perceive them the way we perceive them. We perceive them as matter with mind and with consciousness inside. That is a wrong understanding, and that is why we say these two people are not one. These are two. Bhagwan saw that everybody is in a pool of consciousness. They are not individuals. There is just one big pool of knowingness or consciousness or Brahman or Atma. Word does not matter. He interchanged so many words many times. Yeah. But he was very clear that they are not individuals. There is just this oneness. And he helped others recognize that when you feel individual, you feel separate. Why is it? Because you say I, you think I, you feel I. So what is this big I? Go inside and find the I. And then you start the inquiry, and then you realize, oh, I does not exist only. What a folly, what a folly. Yeah. Yes.
So he said, oh wow, everybody is suggesting this.
All of them go to the same, all spiritual paths go to the same core teachings. It is just some people on the way who tried to make it a business, made it a spiritual industry, and that's where it got all messy. But the core teaching, whether it is the Buddha's path, whether it is Krishna's or Ramana Maharshi or Nisargadatta Maharaj or the Upanishads and Vedas, everything goes to the same. There is only one ocean. All rivers go down to the same ocean. Yeah, some go from a very tall mountainous path, very steep, and some are going from the plain ground very slowly at their own pace. But everything goes to the same ocean.
What are your favorite scriptures? Do you think if we study a few scriptures, then there are so many to cover, right? What are your topmost?
No, I would say whatever works for you. Okay. Why? Because you could be a person who likes chocolate ice cream. I can't tell you should eat raspberry. Raspberry berry doesn't even chime with me. So you understand that you have to take to that path which works for you. If Ramana works for you, then you dig deep in Ramana. You go very deep in it experientially, not intellectually. Experientially make it your thing, that I have to understand everything that Ramana Maharshi said. Not even one sentence should be there in that I don't comprehend. You have to stop there then. Then you experience it. It's not intellectually understanding it. Experientially. In my day to day. Oh, this is what he's saying. Then you have the right to go ahead. So study scriptures more like it is the Guru. Because the Guru is not there with me 24/7. The scripture is my Guru. Make the scripture your Guru, and that inner environment is my laboratory to experiment. Yes, and I'm a scientist. So I experiment with that laboratory like a scientist. No beliefs. Yeah, because belief conditioning, then we go back to the old ways. Yeah, dropping beliefs, dropping conditioning, pure experiencing. This is all made up by the mind. Mind story. Aren't you aware right now? Aren't you aware that your mind is saying yes to Ekta right now? You don't have to make an extra effort to be aware. Yeah? Take this awareness to a higher level. It's a knowingness. The knowingness is always there. Yeah, it's not got to do with the mind's attention. Till now, so many years you have been practicing a technique in which the mind is focusing on a meditation object. That has made you feel that mind's attention is equal to awareness. Mind's attention on the breath, or mind's attention on a word is mind's focus. We are not talking about this spotlight. We are talking about the floodlight, which is the knowingness, the one who knows that the mind is focusing on something. Understood? You're saying my awareness is high, my awareness is low. Who knows? I'm taking you one step further here. This is what is the real awareness. This is the real knowingness. This mind's attention high and attention low has got nothing to do with knowingness. The knowingness is always there in the background. It is not a magical experience. It does not need any effort. It's always been there throughout your life. It is equal for a person walking on the spiritual path and a simple person. The knowingness is there. Yeah? It is that knowingness that we are talking about in this. And that knowingness gives its energy to the ego, and the ego comes up and creates some raga or dvesha and then reacts. You're totally lost there. And then you regret also, oh, I should have not reacted like this. I should have not done this or said this. Why? Why did this happen? Because you took the energy from the knower and you gave it to the ego. Now just be there. Even if certain emotions come up in the mind, there is anger, I am the knower of the anger arising and falling. I am the knower of excitement arising and falling. I am the knower. I am not angry. I am not happy. I am not laughing. I am the knower of the one laughing. I am the knower of the one who is sad. This distinction needs to be made. Yes, this is one step higher. Advaita Vedanta is one step higher than most of the other philosophies that we've studied till now.
But then, isn't in this moment there is so much of like quietude also? Like when you say be aware, when you are aware, there's so much of quietude that you don't feel like, you don't even feel like picking up a remote or watch anything because you just want to be.
Yes.
But then, if I actually keep on doing that from moment to moment to moment, the people around, won't they be considering me a little bit weird or a little bit kind of different?
No, first of all, so you should not think that it is different from allowing thoughts or emotions of people into your space. Initially, you might feel that because you've not been exploring this knowingness field. You've only been exploring the mind and its attention. So, initially, you love this taste. It's something new. First, it feels like a background, then it becomes a space in which, oh, everything is. Thoughts arise in this space and then they fall in this space. This space remains untouched. I am not these thoughts. I am this untouched space, this void. So even in this void, I pick up the remote and I start the TV and sit and watch with my husband. The void is still there. I am holding on to the void rather than holding on to the mind. Because in a second, the mind can go out of control and start fighting with the husband and create drama, and then that's what is suffering. And then we sit and regret that later. Yeah. So the smarter thing to do is hold on to that void, that quietness. Recognize that is like space. It's untouched by your TV and your remote and your husband and your thoughts and people. Yeah. You hold on to that and Be there. Separate. You can't separate them, but recognize the difference. Cognize the difference between the I, which is the ego, and the knowingness field. Sometimes the ego can fake, I am the knower. Yeah. But you have to learn to recognize that there is a difference. And it's very, very clear actually. It's very clear. Whenever there is an I, you are not in the pure field of knowingness. I means ego. It has put on a mask. Yeah, it's trying to fake or fool you. Yes, it's a circus clown. And second, knowingness field does not talk. It does not have thoughts. It does not have sensations. So it cannot even make you feel that sense of I am superior than the other. That is also the ego. Yeah, very easy to discriminate between the two. The mind will chatter, but the knower will know I am the knower of this chatter. And the moment you know, the chatter reduces. Your chatter becomes only required chatter for something that you need to do. Like it's really the need of the moment. No idle talk. Idle talk will stop because you're so established in the knowingness. Intellect. No, actually, you have to really understand that I had only understood this much before and I believed only this much. Yes, but there is more outside this range. For example, is the sky blue or colorless?
Colorless.
What do we really see when we look up? We see blue. So here, I hold on to my conditioning. So now I am recognizing that I'm just holding on to conditioning. That's it. I'm holding on to conditioning. And that conditioning has created a limit in me. And that limit, the ego says, this is I. And you will never be able to break this limit through 100 years of bhakti or dancing. You will not be able to break this limit through any yogas or pranayams if you don't realize there is a false limit created. Do you see what I'm saying? So here the intellect is required to break this false boundary. To see, oh, the sky is actually colorless, but it appears blue to these eyes because these eyes have a range. Beyond this range, above or below, the eyes cannot see. Oh, the acceptance of the limitedness of the body and the acceptance of the limitedness of the mind has been forgotten, is not there only. And that is what Advaita tends to erode in you, the wrong understanding. So the bhakti, pranayams, dancing, uh, hours of just sitting and meditating means where the mind is focusing on an object and ignoring the knower. That is the essence. That is who I am. I am not this mind. If you don't recognize this through your understanding, it is impossible to get enlightened. So this much jnana will come even on the last stretch of the bhakti path. Otherwise you will not get enlightened by the bhakti path. This much jnana will come at the last stretch of your dhyana yoga path or your whatever pranayams, whatever you do. If that is removed, eliminated, you will be standing at that door all your life and you will not open the door. Do you get it? It's got nothing to do with intellect. This is not intellect. There's got nothing, no intelligence involved really. The knower, even an ignorant person on the road knows, who has never done spirituality, who has never read a spiritual book, who has never gone to a guru, he also knows, yeah, there is a knower. It's always there. I know, even when I get angry, I know there is somebody watching, I feel. Everybody has the sense of the field of knowingness. But everybody ignores it very conveniently. Yeah? And because everybody ignores it very conveniently, then different paths came out. Okay, you do this, you do this, you do this, and they're not wrong. They will all take you there. I have taught you all those paths. Yes? So they take you there, but they are longer paths, and this is the direct path. Yes? Advaita says 90% of the people are standing outside the door and unnecessarily wasting 20 years, 30 years doing yoga and pranayam and bhakti. They're hoping that the door will open on its own. No, you will have to hold the knob, turn it, and open the door. And this is the meaning of turning the knob and opening the door. Letting go of the conditioning, letting go of the limitedness of the mind, letting go of the limitedness of the body, and recognizing I'm that field of knowingness. If this last step is missed, spirituality is missed altogether. It is especially for those people who are not getting it, Their conditioning is so strong. The ego wants to believe that, and the ego is not ready to let go. No. So then the yoga, the pranayam, the practice through this mantra, the practice through that thing, that helps them probably relax and surrender for a moment and sink into the knowingness. They go there. They go there. It's not that they don't go there, but they don't understand it. The day you understand it, that is the day you're enlightened. The understanding is required. Yes? It's not intellectual understanding. It's the experiential understanding. Understanding of the experience of going there. Do you see what I'm saying? So all the paths are the same. Whether you take my Bhagavad Gita talks, I've been talking about awareness. Whether you take Patanjali, I've been talking about awareness. If I take Narada, Bhakti Path, I have been talking about awareness. The problem is people hold on to the bhakti, forget the awareness. People hold on to the pranayam yoga and forget the awareness from Patanjali. People hold on to the knowledge and intellectually just reel in the fun of knowing everything about the body and the mind, but they forget the knowingness or awareness.
So practicing awareness without meditating, will that work?
In fact, that only helps you recognize, oh, this is it. How was I missing this? There is meditation. It's not, there is no meditation. It is there on Sunday. It's the last 6 sutras of the same chapter. But it's not something that you will sit and do for hours together. Yeah? You close your eyes for 5-10 minutes. You'll go through the stages, and then you have to open your eyes and go through the same stages. It's not something that you're going to do for hours together. Yeah, all paths lead home. First of all, so you have to break that conditioning that only this one particular path leads home and every other path is wrong. This creates divide. This creates sections in society, and then this section of society becomes the enemy of that section in society, and that's how we have religious wars. It's silly. It's absolutely silly. Every scripture takes you to only one knowledge, awareness. And the highest guru cannot refute this. Cannot refute this. The awareness is the only teaching in all the scriptures. Yeah? In all the scriptures. And there is a oneness in all the scriptures. So first conditioning, you have to break the divide that is there in your mind. You are there actually. The knowingness is there. That is wrong. Then you're not compassionate with your own self. How can you be compassionate with others? Easiest is Advaita tells you, I am the knower of the laziness. I am not laziness. I am the knower of this joy. I am the knower of the sorrow. I am the knower of the laziness. I am the knower of feverishness in the mind to go here and go there. You just break conditioning. Start breaking conditioning. That is your bondage. Nothing else is your bondage. It's very simple. Gather the courage to break your old conditioning. You will feel like a bird.
Right? How will I come to know that then?
You will know. The knower always knows whether this is right or wrong. The mind confuses you. The mind brings up, oh, this raga and that dvesha. Knower never brings up ragas and dveshas. Knower is very silent, very quiet. You will know when you are in the knower, you know. The knowingness is a field of silence. What can be a greater truth than silence? There is no greater truth. Not joy, not happiness, not laughter, not drama, not nothing. I should do this, I should not do this. These are all bondages of the mind. Yeah? Beyond the field of right and wrong. Beyond that field you have to go. I am there. I'll meet you there. So I think I explained it to you, know. Only in the beginning it seems like a background and foreground. As you explore it more, you will realize, oh, it is a space. Like this room has space and the computer is here, table is here, sofa is here. It has accepted everything and it has accepted the trash can. It doesn't say, "Nahi, trash can out." Space does not negotiate. Like that only, this knowingness does not negotiate. You will soon find that, oh, thoughts are in this space. Objects come up in this space, stay for a while, go away. Husband comes into this knowingness and leaves. Yeah? Emotions come up in this and they settle down. This space remains untouched. Yeah? Hold on to the space, not to these objects. Soon you will realize this highest knowledge. Actually, every meditation has this purpose, that you leave that object and you just sink into the void, the silence. But we are so interested in the objects that we don't hold on to silence. We feel very restless in the silence. If you make yourself comfortable in that silence of awareness, you've mastered it. You don't need anything else. Then everything will automatically drop off. You don't have to drop it. It will drop. It will shed off. Like skin sheds off for a snake automatically. In fact, it opens up and you feel that, oh, okay, I was such an unaware person that I could not hear my own heartbeat. I was such an unaware person that I wasn't even aware of my breath. Now I become more aware. It feels very energized. It feels spiritually independent. You feel that you are not dependent on somebody else or something else anymore. You have that awareness, that which all the paths really are taking you to. It's a different kind of blossoming. It's nothing that you've ever experienced before. So obviously it's new territory. At first everything will be oh, like wow. Yeah. So let it open. It's like it opens petal by petal by petal by petal. It's very beautiful. It's not boring really. It is the actual peace that you are thirsting for. Yeah, but you have got used to the ragas and dveshas of the mind, the likes and dislike tendency of the mind. And you think this is normal. Yeah. Now you're recognizing, oh, the space in which this raga and dvesha is arising, that is more peaceful. That is what I really want. Yeah. But for a while you're going to shuttle between the old normal and the new normal, no? Yeah. So it'll take some time. And it depends on person's karma. I cannot say how much it's going to take for 150 people attended. I don't know who's going to be there, no? So the shuttling will happen for some time. And you need to mentally be prepared for the shuttling. And that's fine. Soon you will come to a point where in this space, in this void only, a desire comes up and I am the knower of the desire. I am the container in which the desire has arisen. I am the container in which this desire has dissolved. What you read in Ashtavakra, you will start experiencing. Yeah, it'll be true experience. It'll be your experience will be like, yes, Ashtavakra was right. Yeah, now I know it. It's like that. Yeah, so then they don't bother you. Okay, I have to paint the nails, I paint. That's just an old habit pattern. I'm not harming anybody or doing anything wrong here or not getting into any attached. Yeah, हुआ तो हुआ, नहीं हुआ तो भी ठीक. That kind of, and that's fine. You are not going to stop living the life that you've been living. Yeah, before enlightenment, cut wood, carry water. After enlightenment, cut wood, carry water. Only perspective has changed. Instead of being that mind that was focused on things, now I'm the knower or the space of knowingness in which these things arise and fall. Yeah, I have graduated. Now, even if I shuttle for a while, that's acceptable. That's fine. But I have graduated. And soon you'll get there. It's a one-way street. There's no about turn. So you will get there definitely. नहीं यहाँ तो कुछ माना नहीं है. No, no, no. That's a very nice dialogue, but no. कुछ मानना नहीं है. On Advaita path, no मानना. सिर्फ जानना है. Because this is the last. इसमें मानना क्या कि दरवाजा अपने आप खुल जाएगा. ये तो गलत बात है. मैं दरवाजे पे खड़ी हूँ. मुझे सिर्फ नॉब को टर्न करके दरवाजा खोलना, ये तो जानने वाली बात है. एक्सपीरियंस वाली बात है. मानने वाली बात ही नहीं है. अपने आप नहीं खुलने वाला है. 20 साल और निकाल लोगे. You decide.
No, no, please.
उसके लिए अप्लाई करता है जिसका इंटेलेक्ट इतना मेच्योर ही नहीं है कि ये देख सके कि द नोअर इज देयर. सिर्फ उसके लिए बाकी पाथ्स है. जो देख सकता है नोअर है, उससे ये बात क्यों छुपाए? छुपाता तो वो है जिसको एक सेल्फिश मोटिव होता है. राइट? जब ये है, सीधा ज्ञान है, डायरेक्ट है, तो क्यों छुपाना? यस. सो वो सब भी है, पर उनके लिए है जिनका मेच्योर्ड नहीं है देखने के लिए अभी तक. यार अभी तुम्हें पता ही नहीं है कि तुम मेच्योर हो कि नहीं हो, इसलिए तुम यू गो थ्रू एवरीथिंग. बट जैसे तुम्हें पता चलता है, ओ द नोइंगनेस इज देयर, नाउ यू नो यू आर राइप. Maybe that contributed to the journey of becoming ripe. How do we know? We don't know that. Right? Past के बारे में हमें नहीं पता है. But right now you are experiencing that knowingness and you can experience the Shokha Nivritti there even for a few seconds. That means the direct path is working. Right? I am the knower of the fear arising in the mind. I am the knower of the body aging. I am not the body. I am not the mind. And really, you've not gone on to the third leg of the meditation, the third understanding, where you expand in this knowingness and recognize that, oh, it's like space, everything is in this knowingness. Means the entire creation is in this knowingness. I am Brahman. How can I die then? I will not die. This body will die. Till the time I identify with the body, I'm going to think I will die. The moment I recognize, oh, I'm Brahman, then you'll know the body will die. I am not the body. Got it? ये सिर्फ ये करना है बार 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 till practice हो जाए and till wrong conditionings टूट ना जाए, तब तक करना है.